OK, so before we get Michelle Collins on, you know, I wanted to share some of my holiday reminiscences of the period just gone and some of the fun I had with the family and didn't really get a lot of time. Here's a couple of snippets.
OK.
My little boy Harvey, of whom I am enamoured, as indeed all my children, who's 8 now, we were sitting on holiday and he said, I think a marvellous thing. There's a kind of honesty in children
of course.
that we find, OK? Obviously I'm veering towards cliché here, but he was sitting there one day, he said, Dad, I'm a bit bored. I mean, here we are on holiday, we're in Florida, the sun's shining, everyone's at home in London, it's snowy or it's flooded, and, you know, you think, come on, don't be bored. But he said, I'm a bit bored. He said, I wish something exciting would happen today. I said, well, like what? He said, like if an old man, a really old man, would like, walk out in the road and get knocked over. And, you know, he has a point, that would be exciting. I understand that, don't you? I sometimes feel that I wish something bad.
And we say that
something big would happen. I mean, not with video games, he just wanted a bit of real-life excitement, a bit of drama.
But why an old man? Why
because an old man, as he explained to me afterwards,
I see.
He's almost dead anyway.
Yeah, I see.
He wouldn't mind it, and then it's fun.
Dear.
So anyway, that's what he's getting for Christmas next year.
What, an old man?
Yeah, I'm going to find an old man, you know, find someone, ideally terminally ill.
Yeah.
Say, OK, we'll give a payment to your family, just walk out in front of the cars for the kid, will you? Go on. I tell you what, and I tell you what we'll do is, we'll be fair, if he doesn't get you the first 3 times, you can walk home. and the cash is yours.
And who drives?
The cash is yours.
You don't drive, do you?
No, I'm going to get Chris Eubank with a big van of his.
It's not a van.
The Pier of Brighton. But here's something which shows me in a bad light.
Is it? Good.
Well, you know, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm looking good these days. There's no doubt about it.
You keep telling everybody
I'm
you're looking
surprised I didn't make any of the, you know, top sexy lists of the last year.
You can't be
frankly,
married.
I'm disappointed. What's going on out there with Radio 2 listeners? Are they not voting? What's going on?
You have to be an eligible
I'm
bachelor.
virtually irresistible to people of either sex. That's been established. I can barely look at myself in the mirror without getting an erection. Especially if I'm topless. But that, you know, OK, I'll put that aside.
Right.
My disappointment in not featuring any of those lists.
Yes. What's the shame that you've brought
Well, because when on the diet, occasionally you fall from the diet, OK? And I've been pretty good. I mean, as you notice, I haven't really put any weight over Christmas.
No.
Put on a little bit. I've taken it off again.
Your mingles?
Yeah, well, and then I had a couple of... But here's how I put on the weight. When we went to Florida, we then went over... We finished the holiday, we went for a few days at Disney World.
Of course.
OK, which was marvellous. Years and years ago, Jane and I, we invested some money. We bought these Disney vacation points. It's like a kind of timeshare you have with Disney. So every year, we have some sort of time allocated for us in a Disney hotel somewhere. So it's kind of, you know, we thought just in case we never get the money again or things turn bad, we can still take the kids to Disney, OK?
Yeah.
So we went over there and we stayed at Disney. It's a great way of using up your points. And we went and stayed at the Animal Kingdom Hotel. Fabulous hotel. It's my idea of the way to travel the world. You don't actually go to Africa. You go to Disney and have their version of Africa.
Okay.
So you've got all the animals, OK? Lots of African people saying hello. But American TV, food, water, hospitals, so on and so forth.
You said this before.
It's a marvellous way to see the world. You go to Epcot, you walk around, you can do Mexico, Canada, Japan, Norway, still be home in time for England.
Okay.
That's the only way to do the world, in my opinion, OK?
What's the shame?
So at the African Kingdom Lodge Hotel, which is marvellous, jumbo. That's what they say to you when you check in. Jumbo.
Yeah, you don't know if that's African.
Well, I imagine it is.
Right. Jumbo.
Jumbo.
Okay.
So they say jumbo. You go to, there's 2 restaurants. There's an upmarket restaurant, which isn't actually terribly good, I thought. A bit poncy. But there's an all-you-can-eat African buffet restaurant.
Here we go.
Now, nowadays in America, they don't call it all-you-can-eat, because that, I think too many Americans have taken that as an actual challenge. It's like you're daring them. You're saying, there's the line, see if you can cross that then.
Yeah.
So now they call it all-you-choose-to-eat.
Oh, I see.
That's the name of the buffet there. It's an all-you-choose-to-eat, sir.
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
It's not all you can. How much can you eat, buffet? Go on, let's see it. Go on, put your money where your mouth is. See how much you can stuff that. No, they don't call it that anymore. All you choose to eat, sir.
Okay.
Now, all I chose to eat was a lot. Because I'm telling you, this food is good. The chicken pepper pot soup. Out of this world. Out of this world.
I'm sure you've told this story before.
Rich.
A real sense of
mellow.
déjà vu going on.
There's many layers of flavour. You know when you put a mouthful in, you think, oh, spicy. Then it burns. Then it becomes sweet. Then it becomes warming. Then you go back for more.
Okay.
So I started with the plate of meat. I had chicken, I had lamb, I had ribs, I had beef fillet, I had some sort of a couscous on the side.
All right.
My second plate involved various salads, involving a melon rind salad, a kind of sweet rice salad, a potato salad, and a bit more of the delicious chicken. Then I thought I'd take a break. I had a couple of bowls of soup. Then I went back and I had a little potpourri of all of it again. This time I had the chicken with the salad and all that. And I finished up with about 9 of the desserts. I'm not exaggerating. I had about 9 desserts. And then I had several of the large, soft American-style cookies with coffee.
Right.
I was in pain. I actually had hurt myself. I feared I might have torn something inside. We were going to go out afterwards and see the movie Chicago.
Yes.
We went down there. Before the movie started, we had about 40 minutes to kill. I started sweating. My heart rate was up. I didn't... You know what I had to do before the movie?
What?
I went into the toilet. I threw up.
Oh, dear.
I vomited. I ate so much. I'm a man of 42. I don't know enough to stop eating before I cause myself to be violently sick. I threw up.
I'm sure people want to know that. No?
Well, that's my holiday story for you.
25 to 1.
Just all I'm
down to
saying,
lunch.
just watch yourself. If you go to an all-you-choose-to-eat buffet,
Yeah.
choose to eat a little less than I did, that's all.
Fair enough. So you are doing like the British Broadcasting Service, aren't you? You're saying to people, be careful.
We're serving them.
Are we?
You know what we're doing is we're enlightening people,
Yeah.
and hopefully they can learn from our mistakes.
That's fair enough. It's worth the licence fee there. And
I tell you what, if I was back there, oh, that chicken soup. It was like sweet, and yet it burnt on the tongue,
Yeah.
and then it became warming,
Right.
not unlike a night with a lady.
This is Shame on the Family Name. That's a great link,
It's
isn't it?
perfect.
Says I remember.
David Baddiel's voice there. David Baddiel joined me on holiday this Christmas. He's a close friend of mine, a dear friend of mine. He's a very funny man, I feel. He gets a kind of raw deal at the moment, I think. People often say, oh, Frank's the funny one here.
Yeah.
That's just nonsense. And Frank will be the first to say that as well. But no, he wouldn't, because I just did. He'd be the second. But David, while on holiday with me, David's a very lazy man.
Is he?
Yeah, he's very lazy. He cooks. He doesn't clean as he goes.
Oh, I see.
I clean as I go. Do you clean as you go?
No, I tend to wait to the end, but then I clean it.
I don't like that. You've got
Why?
to clean as you go.
Well, no,
because
not if you're in the full throes of
then
cooking.
the cooking, the dinner, the lunch, the breakfast is ready. You want to eat it, don't you?
Yeah, but so you cook at the end.
What do you mean you cook
I
it?
mean, you wash up at the end, you mean?
Well, after you've eaten?
Yeah.
So you leave the sides dirty for someone else? Is that the kind of person?
No,
Well,
because you're
that's
eating.
wrong.
I made a beautiful
Well, not
fish
when you're
dish this
eating.
week.
What about other people?
Lovely
Think
fish
of others
dish it
for
was.
once.
Beautiful, it was.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
but was it, I know the side was full of old dirty pots and pans.
Well, no, you don't eat there, though, do you? You take it somewhere else, and when you're done, you go back and
You
wash
know
it.
it's there.
Well, yeah, but as long as you wash it
You're
after.
trying to eat. You know it's there, waiting for you.
And I did a poached
Clean
type pear.
as you go. No
Beautiful.
one cares about what you've been
It's a
eating.
pear stuffed
And they
with
look at you quite a lot. Clean as you go. That's the rule, okay? Anyway, that's by the by. That's got nice. Not what I want to talk about.
Well, I was quite interested in my bream, I did. Beautiful it was.
Oh, you live the life, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say you went.
You know what I did as well?
Look at you now. Bream, pears, everything.
You know what I did?
No care.
I
No
did
one
baby
cares.
potatoes on the edge of it, so it looked like its scales of a fish. Imagine that. Just think about that. And a pear as well.
Have
Stuffed
you got
pear.
a television?
Yeah, but, you know, I like cooking. Stuffed pear. Yeah, stuffed with almonds and ginger biscuits. And then it had a Greek yoghurt with a bit of honey in it on the side dish.
Actually, that sounds rather nice.
It's good, it was.
Anyway,
Anyway, David Baddiel's lazy.
He's lazy, and that's reflected in his dress sense. He wears clothes which are more for comfort than for style. Easy to get on, easy to get off.
Okay.
Okay? And he had on jeans, which I imagine they look as if he could just pull them on without undoing the belt or the waist, and somehow they sit around his hips somehow, that's it. So we were at a theme park, at a lovely Disney theme park.
Yeah.
Or it might have been Universal, I don't know. They're all great fun. We were going home from one of them. And it was late. And he's got a baby daughter, a gorgeous little baby, who's just turned 1. And he was carrying, as fathers do, up on his shoulders, holding her tight, looking
Yeah.
after her. And 1-year-old, you know, you hold them pretty tight up there. It's not like a... And he's walking along. And I was walking behind him, and basically all I was doing, it was the crack of his bottom was showing over. His jeans had slipped down, halfway down his bottom. And it's late, you don't want to see that. So,
No.
playfully, I ran forward, I pulled his trousers down. And his pants.
No.
He was standing naked with a child on his shoulders in a theme park.
Someone would like that.
And his gorgeous partner was trying to pull his trousers up. And I was fighting her and holding him down to give everyone a good look. And
That is a theme park.
perfect. It couldn't have been more perfect. A Muslim family walked past. Now, say what you like about the Muslim. These ones got in on the joke, trying to take a picture. Fumbling furiously for cameras.
It's Baddiel, it's Baddiel.
There he was, exposed for all to see, in his circumcised glory.
Oh, dear.
What?
We didn't need to go that far.
You knew he was Jewish? It's no surprise.
That is a theme park, though, isn't it?
Oh,
That was a new ride.
I tell you, it was a marvellous moment. I've got a picture of him from behind with the bottom showing, but I didn't
you?
get a picture from the front.
No.
Yeah, I ran out of film. Isn't it all these the way, eh? Tried to recreate the moment a couple of days later in the hotel, but...
No, it's not the
somehow-
same.
Well, it felt sordid then. In the moment it was okay, but when it was, like, you know, planned, it seemed unnecessary. This is great. And this one here is, this is quite telling. This is from, who's it from? It's from Graham Morgan of Markham, Blackwood, South Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's for Graham Morgan. It's from Janet Jones of Markham, Blackwood, South Wales. And she says, please could you read this message for me as I've emailed Ed Stewart and Steve Wright. Okay, so I'm third on the list for a start. You can't help but think maybe she could have found a different way of pointing that out to me. So we're not even your first choice.
No.
Okay. But neither of them have read it.
Oh, dear.
Now, I'll tell you what that is.
Why?
Well, shall I do the message first? She just wants us to tell this bloke she loves him very much and she can't wait to marry him in June.
Right.
Which may well be news to him, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you can propose it.
No.
Ed and Steve don't like their listeners.
Is that the truth?
It's a kind of open secret in show business. I mean,
Right.
it's kind of known here in the radio too.
Yeah.
There are people like myself and Terry. We genuinely like people.
Yeah.
We don't want you too close to us.
No.
But we like our listeners. We respect them.
Yeah.
Do you know what Ed and Steve call their
What?
listeners? Filthy animals. They call them filthy animals.
Do they?
That's what they call them. They'll make jokes. They'll say, put some straw down for the listeners. What's that smell? Oh, it's the listeners. That's the sound.
Yeah.
That's probably, maybe, the sort of thing they say.
Yeah.
Some people are born with a love for their fellow man. I have it. Wogan has it. Gandhi might have had it. You know, some of us are natural. We like people. We embrace our fellow man. We embrace our fellow woman. Other people are dark, twisted, angry, bitter, vile, disgusting, loathsome. Ed Stewart, Steve Wright. I see a beggar in the street with a foot missing. I stop and I help that man. I give him cash, a cuddle, a cup of tea. Ed Stewart spits on him. Steve Wright stops, takes off his sock, shows him his good foot and laughs before hopping off. As if to say, yes, I have a full complement of limbs. I choose not to use it to mock you, Limpy. For me, this is... It's like... They're like aliens. Yes. Some of you maybe do smell a bit when we get close to you, but I wouldn't point that out. I wouldn't say, get away from me, you filthy pig of a listener. No, would I? No. Sure, I might think it. I wouldn't say it to you. Common decency prevents me. Steve Wright wouldn't just say it. He'd text you afterwards. I've said enough. I've possibly said too much.
Possibly.
But sometimes I think, you know, I think people deserve to know the truth about their much-loved and much-cherished media star heroes. Yes, there'll be an internal investigation after this revelation, perhaps.
Yeah.
And maybe I might be off air for a couple of weeks, but remember... remember, it comes with a good price.
Yeah.
Mark Harmon coming up after this. Doing his act in Welsh, dressed as a farmhand, with 2 bales of hay in front of him on the stage. I don't know what he was saying, but it was bloody hilarious, because the crowd were lapping it up.
Sounds like Jethro.
And then when he left, his name was Dimlek or something. It was a weird name with absolutely no vowels in. And when he left, he just, very effectively, picked up a bale of hay, walked off. Combining his act with, no doubt, some sort of Welsh chore he had to do.
Yeah.
It's fabulous. You've got to get the S4C going on. I'm thinking of learning Welsh.
Are you?
Be quite nice, wouldn't it? Imagine how impressed they'd be if I went over there and suddenly I started ordering my food in Welsh.
Very good.
That, obviously, the accent needs a bit of work.
Yeah, it does.
Then I could enjoy the Welsh stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
There's a whole world we're missing out on there. It's depressing, really. Greeting from you, we've heard that. Please could you wish my brother Gwion and Mania a happy wedding day. They're getting married today in Llanrwg, North Wales. And this is all this, Rodri S and Max. I don't know if that's a greeting or if that's a... But I was watching Digidol again last night.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, you know, the Welsh channel. It's fantastic. There was a show on with a bloke who came out and did some stand-up comedy in Welsh once again. But you can make out like every 4th word.
No.
And they had a choir of some of the most unattractive people I've seen in my life, singing some sort of song in Welsh. Quite a happy song, nice-looking bunch of people, all wearing green tops. But they kept showing a close-up one bloke who had, like, only 3 teeth. And you think, who's directing this show that you focus on the man with the 3 teeth? And they were little...
From his dad.
They weren't the best teeth in the world.
No,
From
were
what I'm
they?
saying. They were a little bit discoloured.
Yeah.
They were shooting out like, you know, gravestones after an earthquake. They were all every sort of which way.
Stalactites.
And then the guy came out to do the stand-up comedy. He was like, yeah, did you do low with the... Kicking the car. And so you can pick up snatches of it.
I see.
Now, someone's been kind enough to send me Teach Yourself Welsh in a Week tape.
Have they?
Yeah, I'm going to master it.
Okay.
I intend to do, this is my promise to you,
Stand up.
no, this time next year, a whole show in Welsh. Yes, yes,
Okay. Are we holding it to the date?
yes. Let's set ourselves a challenge and let's live up
19th
to it.
of April.
The whole
whatever-
show in Welsh.
Easter next year.
Pobil cum.
The whole show in Welsh.
Yeah.
Does that mean you announce all the bands
Now,
in Welsh?
it might not make any sense,
Okay.
but all the words used would be Welsh.
Why don't you do every fourth word?
Why?
Because then at least some idea. We might hold on to some listeners.
Sod the English, they've had it their own way for too long. Welsh pride, come on.
Okay.
A Dutchman has blown up his flat by cleaning too vigorously. This will surprise no one.
No.
The Dutch are known for their hygiene. And for their loose sexual ways. And for loving tobacco.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they'll smoke with anything, the Dutch, aren't they?
Yeah, they will.
You very rarely see a Dutchman without a pipe in his hand.
No.
Speaking of pipes,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of taking it up. What do you think?
You've said this before, and
Yeah.
you've got to wear a deer stalker.
No, I've given up on that, but I think I've got the age now where I could carry a pipe. I mean, not physically. Obviously, I was capable of that many years ago, unless it was a particularly large one, like an
Yeah.
alpine pipe.
Yeah, you wouldn't
a
have carried
flugelhorn. I wonder if you could smoke using an alpine horn.
Cool, you'd have to really inhale a lot, wouldn't
Tell
you?
you what, that would be making an entrance, wouldn't it? Your pipe
Evening.
will arrive 5 minutes before you do. You'd have to have a flexible bit in the middle, though, like
Yeah.
those double buses that could go round corners.
Yeah.
And a wheel under the front.
Imagine that. You have to oil your wheel, and it's just, you can hear him
Smoke.
coming. Here he
What a
comes.
draw you'd get on that. you'd start inhaling, you wouldn't get a hit for about half an hour.
No.
The amount of tobacco you'd need.
Yeah. Oh, it
Anyway,
wouldn't work.
we've lost our train of thought. The Dutchman, with or without a pipe, has blown up his flat by cleaning too vigorously. The man used several different cleaning products to clean the bath, the shower and the lavatory at his home in Almere, but the chemicals reacted with each other and the bathroom blew up. The man was unhurt, but the blast shattered all the windows in his house. Do you believe that for a second?
No.
He was making explosives, there's no
Exactly.
doubt about it.
Try it out.
He was trying to make some kind of device.
Concoction.
They should check these stories more thoroughly before
Yeah,
they
they
do.
should.
Let's do one more. See if these have been very disappointing today.
Yes.
Let's see if we do. We should go back to the long pipe.
Yeah. With a wheel.
A penitent Italian man really went to town at confession. After pouring his heart out to the priest at the Bozzolo Sanctuary, the man handed over a bag containing 2 guns, 2 hand grenades and 18 bullets. I couldn't believe my eyes, said Father Gregorio Vitali. I cannot say what the man confessed to. I'm just happy that he wanted to return to the church. That's what the church need more of. Heavily armed priests.
Yeah. Room in the countryside.
I would love to be able just occasionally sit in the confession booth, wouldn't you?
Why?
Just have a listen.
You can. Oh, what, you listen to
No,
someone else?
obviously you can sit on that side. I mean,
Oh, you're not meant to unless you're in the faith, are
of
you?
course, yeah, but you know, I
You
look
can't
a bit
sneak
like-
in if you're Catholic.
If you wear a white polo neck with a black jacket,
You're in, are you?
well, you look a bit like a priest, and that you're not really trying to fool anyone.
Oh, I see. You want to be the priest.
Yeah, so you could have a listen.
And then say what? You have to say something back.
Well, you could have a listen in, and if there was something that you liked the idea of, you could say, no, don't stop that, I'll come round and join in. That's not a sin. That's a very good way of spending an evening.
There was a movie like that, wasn't there, once?
Was there?
Where someone sat in and took the confession and then nipped in the other side.
I don't know, was there?
Yeah, a special one.
What was the film?
I can't
Oh, well, you mean like an adult movie?
I think it was one of those.
Go on.
I'm sure there's... I found to be one of those films like that.
You probably can't name a single premise that they haven't used in one of those sort of movies. There probably isn't a concept, even one involving an absurdly long pipe, which
Yeah.
hasn't been featured at least once in a pornographic movie. We shouldn't talk about this sort of thing this early in the morning. There are
No.
children listening.
Yes.
Why are you wearing your pyjamas in, by the way?
And you'd say something.
What's
I
that
thought I
shirt
put-
you've got on?
I thought I put a shirt on rather than a normal T-shirt.
I came in, I thought someone had put an awning up. I expected there to be the vicar's wife selling tea and raffle
Nothing
tickets.
wrong with
What
it.
is it? You look like Richard Whiteley.
It's a nice shirt. It's blue.
It's
Blue with
it's
another shade of
absurd.
blue. Look, how can you say that you're sitting there wearing an orange suit?
It looks like a cross between pyjamas and something that Elvis would have worn when in jail in the 50s.
Exactly. That's where I bought it.
It's that you thought it was a bit of a jailhouse rock, didn't
Yeah,
you?
it's Elvis's jailhouse rock shirt.
Your delusions are one of the sweeter things about you. So some more music. We've got Martin Freeman coming up, Joe Jackson and Julian Clary on the show today. Lovely. Chairman of the board there.
Yeah.
Chairman of the board, and that's Don Powell from Slade on lead vocalist. Who was the lead vocalist of the chairman of the board?
Oh, they changed all the time. There was
Did they?
various
There were
members.
different people. There was a different chairman. Did they elect them officially?
There was lots of different people, I think.
I like to think it was a fundamentally democratic organisation,
Right.
the board itself, and then they would
Exactly.
occasionally elect a new chairman,
Yeah.
and then the chairman would sing on the next track, and they'd say, I propose Lionel Richie as new chairman. No good Lionel Richie, face too long. Anyone second motion face too long? Aye, face too long has been passed. Sorry, Lionel. You know, and then the next one, Barry White. But no, sorry, Barry, too overweight. Anyone second Barry? No, let's have Barry. OK, Barry, you're the new chairman of the board. If they're still going, if the ball's still out there, we could get...
Yeah.
They could go forever, couldn't they?
That's a great record, though, isn't it?
That is.
Do you? You can buy a piece, can't you?
Not in a political sense, obviously, but, you know, it's kind of, you know... But it just goes to show, history changes, things change, things develop, things
what
that you
Jeremy
think
was
are maybe
saying.
there forever can be, you know, gone, and then you look back and think, oh, and then it's been covered by Jeremy Vine in a documentary. Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
OK, so we've just dealt with...
We've dealt with Israel.
OK, now my ghost train story.
I know. I'm just saying that is perfect light and
Let's
shade.
keep the highbrow approach to this week's show up.
There was like a sort of 20-minute section there of real quality highbrow, and now we're back to the same
It's funny
old-
because while Jeremy was talking quite sensitively about Nelson Mandela, I suddenly had this picture of him trying to get out with a spoon and go, Nelson, you're free. He's got, oh, bugger. But over... Oh, you told me 30... I'm almost...
Oh, dear.
I'm just working my way out. Would you break out of jail if you didn't do anything?
I'd try.
No, you wouldn't.
Of course you would.
You wouldn't.
Well, I
You'd
don't
you know what
plan
you'd
to be in
like?
jail.
You'd be like that bloke who sucks up to the wall and so you can push the books around. You'd be the library monitor. I'd be out there in
No,
the
I'd be
dark
like Richard
stuff.
Beckinsale in Porridge. I'd be in the kitchen.
I'd have my own gang.
Would you? What? You'd be like Grouty.
I'd have a multiracial gang of sensitive jailbirds.
No, I think you'd be like Grouty with like your own special cell, which is painted in a very bright colour.
I'm very spiv-like, actually. I'll probably be supplying, smutty magazines.
You'd be like Walker. You'd
Smutty
be
magazines and a bit of roll-up.
Dad's Army.
There you go. Want some old Albert? That'd be 30 goats or whatever currency is in jail these days. 30 litres of something. All right, we've got Tom McRae still to come on the show, and we have got Rick Wakeman. I'm very excited about meeting Rick Wakeman. I've never met him.
You never met him?
I don't think I have. And he's a very entertaining and funny and obviously talented man as well. So here's the deal.
Right.
We're in France just before last week's show. We came back for last week's show, but I was in France and had a lovely break with the family, which is great. It's always nice to get away in the summer. Even though it was, unspeakably hot here, but it was warm there as well. And we went out one day. We were in a place called Juan-le-Pin, which is a little place near the south, in the south of France, but near Nice. And it's near a lovely old place called Antibes.
Yes.
And in Antibes, there's Antibes Land. Okay, and I'd been there before with the kids when it was horrible weather, very cold and rainy. And we'd gone to the little farm there, little farming go with animals, completely empty. But us and a bunch of disgruntled animals. In the horrible howling wind and rain. And we just, it's like you're shuffling around trying to have fun with the family.
Yeah.
Couple of ducks. There's a little slide, soaking wet.
Oh, dear.
The kids got, and there were some very alarming murals on the wall. Because that French, we'll call it a sense of humour, for want of a better expression. There were pictures of horses dressed as women, painted all over the walls. And saying, what's going on there? Like carrying bags, wearing hats.
Yeah.
I took photographs.
Right.
A cow dressed as a woman, carrying a baguette. You think, OK, it's a farm. Don't humanise the animals, you're going to eat them. It's hard enough already telling the kids what's happened to the chickens.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
by
next
the
door
by.
to that, no, it's sort of by the by, because next door to the old farm, well, there's a butterfly place.
Right.
But next door to that, there's a place called Antibes Land, which is like a mini fun fair.
I see.
And you go in the fun fair, and of course, it's got attractions and rides, some which are great, some which aren't. Had a ghost ride, one of the scariest looking ghost rides you've seen in your life. And you know me, I'm scared of ghost trains. I'm not afraid to admit it, I'm scared of ghost trains. Why would you put yourself in a small car, buckle in and go and let it drive you into a dark hallway you don't know what's waiting for you, apart from it's meant to scare you?
Yeah.
That's not, where's the sense in that? It's like going on a night out with Jordan. Why would you want to do that? So, but we saw the ghost train, huge building outside. There's a giant King Kong on the top, moving.
What's that got to do with ghost trains?
I don't know. Then there's a bloke like a Freddy Krueger type place, but he's got the glove with the spiky bits. They've got one finger up. So, not just scary, offensive and rude as well. An abusive monster.
And what's it called in France?
Then there was another sort of monster bloke, really grotesque, like a model, a plastic model, obviously, but the skin dripping off his face, just outside in the open like that. You're going to walk past with a 6-year-old, skin dripping off, and he's holding a large and naked woman going, this one up and down. And the children go, look, he should be in the Playboy house.
The Playboy.
I think they thought it was Hugh Hefner. And then loads of weird stuff, and the bloke behind the counter, I didn't like the look of him. He looked a bit shifty.
And is it called Ghost Train?
I don't know. Le Train
de Ghost.
I don't know what it was called, but it's scary looking.
Right.
Sound effects coming out. But my little boy, Harvey, who I just had a big row with because he'd pushed his sister on the trampoline. And I said, off the trampoline. You push on the trampoline, you go off, and then he got furious with me. And then I offered to hold his hand and walked away from it, and he pulled his hand away from me.
Oh, dear.
Like children do. It's like saying, no, I'm not. You want to make up, I'm not making up. But then we got the ghost train. Can we go on the ghost train? I said, well, we would have gone on the ghost train if you hadn't just taken your hand away. So I'm as bad as him, you see.
Yeah.
My wife said, you're a terrible couple, you're as bad as each other.
Yeah.
So he then got furious and you wouldn't have taken him on the ghost train. I said, I would have taken him on the ghost train. Of course, really, I didn't want to take him on the ghost train.
No, because you're scared of the ghost
Yeah,
train.
so I was kind of pleased that I had the excuse.
Yeah.
To further my point that he'd been naughty on the trampoline.
Yeah.
To let him know, you know, don't withhold your affection from Dad.
No.
When Dad's giving a cuddle, give a cuddle back.
No ghost train.
So then he got furious, but he's like, and he was furious for half an hour, and in the end I said, let's make up, be friends, and we managed to make up, and he said, can I go on the ghost train? Now that puts me in the position.
Yeah.
So I had to go on the bloody ghost train,
Right.
which terrifies me. So as we walked up, I started really losing my nerve. Like, God, it was really scary. They had a little pathway walking up with heads on it, on sticks and stuff. You know, and you don't know what you're getting to in the French.
No.
You don't know what if you go out the back and that's how they make the sausages.
Yeah.
Because they'll eat anything. You don't know what's going to become of you. So I'm like, I don't want to go on the ghost train. So I went up to the guy and I said, OK, Harvey, leave me. I went up and said, and you know my big fear on the ghost train? My biggest fear of all?
Is someone leaping out?
Yes!
And you punched someone once?
On a French ghost train.
I know.
Years ago, my wife asked me to go on a ghost train with her in Paris. We went on this ghost train, and as we rode in on the ghost train, I saw a bloke wearing a mask going in the other door. I said, there's a man in here. Not a live man, he's going to leap out. She said, it'll be fine. I said, no, it won't be fine, he'll leap out. And when he did leap out, I was in such a state, I punched him in the stomach. He pulled off his mask and chased after us, understandably.
Yes.
So anyway, I thought, oh, there's bound to be at least one bloke in this ghost train.
Yeah.
So when I told her, I said, excusez-moi, monsieur.
Here we go.
Mon enfant, mon son, il veut aller dans le ghost train. Il went, oui. Est-ce que c'est dans la maison de le ghost un homme qui bouge? Un homme qui move? He said, oui. Ah, quel dommage. Parce que mon son, mon enfant, il n'aime pas l'homme qui bouge.
Right.
Il scared of homme qui bouge. Il avait le peur. He went, ah. So I thought, well, at least volunteer to keep him still. He didn't say that. I went, qu'est-ce que c'est? Est-il possible que l'homme qui bouge ne bouge pas? Si I go in the house avec mon son. He went, ah. I said, is it possible? He went, wait. I said, okay. So he went and had a word with someone. And then I thought, okay, well now, what if he's seen through my ruse?
Yeah.
And he knows it's not Harvey, because Harvey was whistling. He wasn't going enjoying himself. I was the one shaking.
Yeah.
What if he goes and says, yeah, it's a scared dad, give him extra. So when he
Bring
goes-
out the extra
so I
bloke.
went, maman, l'homme qui bouge, definitely no move, le man. He went, see, I said, okay, so we go on the ghost train.
Right.
I am terrified. We sit in the chair. The bloke who shows us in, also, I didn't like his look like that, skinhead, chewing gum. We go on the train, goes in, it is pitch black in there. The one you're going on Hampstead Fair, it's lighter than daylight in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just boom, bolted together in 5 minutes. There's sun coming in from every angle. You see what's ahead of you.
Yeah.
Pitch dark. Pitch dark. We go around the first corner, nothing. Pitch dark. Then all of a sudden, giant rotting head of fish. Oh, good Lord. And I went, Dad, do what I do, shut your eyes. I said, I can't shut my eyes. The bloke might get in the car with us.
It's not Scooby-Doo.
So Harvey, the whole way round, as far as I can work out, had his eyes shut most of the time. Where's the fun in him going on that? Why have I got to go on the go? I'm sitting there terrified. At one, you know when you go on English ghost trains, there might be a little cobweb goes in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
face. There was a bloody rubber blanket hanging off the ceiling, like a welcome. Whacked me right in the face. That could have been damaged.
Yeah.
Finally we get my back, and as we get near the end of the ghost train, and there's all sorts of things that come out. There'd been a big spider lit up. There was a horrible siren noise at one stage. Freddy Krueger, Dracula, werewolf, had them all in there. And when it was good, if you like your ghost train, there's value for money to be had there.
Yeah.
But if, like me, you're scared of them, please don't go on that long ever again. Finally, we got around the end. I could see down the end, the light from the spider had cast before it turned off. I could see the bloke standing at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Awful.
Right.
Bloke wearing a black robe and a skull mark. There's a bloke in there. He's going to grab me or something. I don't actually logically know what I'm scared of. I know he's not actually going to kill me.
No.
But, you know, it's scary, isn't it? And as we get to the end of the boat, and I saw him there, and I thought, he's going to move. He didn't move. Hats off to the French. Le chapeau est tilted for you. He did not move. He went, I got out of there. We got out of there. Jane said, how was it? I said, great.
Yeah.
Nothing to be scared of. It was terrifying. So, I'd like to dedicate this next record to the unnamed Frenchman who restrained himself
Right.
to keep me looking like a good, brave dad in front of my 9-year-old.
Okay.
Is it an appropriate song?
It's They Might Be Giants, Another First Kiss.
Sounds fine. Here's a story. Now, when you get to the end of this story, you'll realise it probably isn't true.
All right.
Don't let that spoil your enjoyment of it.
Okay.
2 pensioners died. Bear with me.
Yeah.
I know it's not immediately funny.
No.
2 pensioners died after a dancer jumped out of a cake at an old people's home in Perth, Australia. That is not funny. Some old bless them. Well, you wouldn't expect it, would you? I mean, Roger Thornton, who was 86, and Margaret Finch, 91, suffered massive heart attacks when Elizabeth Boom Boom Baker burst out of the cake, revealing her, and I quote, tremendous bust. Now, you can understand their surprise and alarm, because if you've got to 91 years old,
Yeah.
never having seen such a thing,
No.
you don't expect a cake to burst open like that.
No.
Why would you? You've never seen anything like that before.
No.
Previously, a cake's been something nice to look forward to, maybe a treat with coffee.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I imagine Margaret, 91, probably thought, oh, lovely.
Bit of sponge.
Oh, I wonder if it's got a bit of a coconut cream in it. Or coffee. I like, boom! Out comes Boom Boom. Tartar's a go-go. Let's only hope a growler was covered up. Don't hit that button.
I think I need to.
No, growler's a great... You can say growler on the radio, can't you?
I don't know.
Growler's a fabulous word. As you know, my wife very rarely wears knickers. Her growler's always out.
I am pressing it.
I'm always saying, don't bend over. I'll pick up the coin. Don't bend over. Growler alert.